All right. Welcome back to Argus. In the last video, we had a special guest, two special guests, actually three special guests. The one and only Charlie, the Hans, and and Daniel. And it was a special authors chat in the last video, which we kind of kept it at primarily just the authors chat. So nothing really an advancement in the actual story or anything, but it was really fun to have a cool authors chat with not only Charlie but also evil Hans, which the amazing Lyco was able to whip us up an awesome thumbnail for that video. So if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It was the Argus episode 3 authors chat. Now, before we get into this video, I know I've seen some comments about in the past that I've had an easy ride as far as having to complete the hacking mini games, and how it's not fair that I get to just easily just pay the bix and complete it. But it is available for everybody. There are flat rates and premium packs available now. The premium pack will not allow you to complete those mini games and pay with those bics, but the flat rate does. The flat rate gives you unlimited bics, which is what I currently have, and it allows you to completely skip all of the mini hacking games, which is pretty cool. It also gives you all of the wallpapers as well. We've been working with the We've been working with the Argus wallpaper this entire time, but it gives you access to all these wallpapers. It says 25 bics, but as a flat rate owner, you get unlimited bics. And yes, that's bics with a B, not a D, a little perverts, but but it does give you access to all the cool wallpapers. All you have to do is just select the wallpaper, and then you pay the 25 bics, but you already have unlimited bics, so it doesn't really matter. Pretty cool, right? But we've been working with the Argus wallpaper this entire time because I just think it looks really cool. So definitely check it out. It might not necessarily be for everyone, but it also gives you access to all of the premium chat options as well. And again, it might not be for everyone. You might not necessarily have the funds for it, but if you do and you want to just be able to experience the game for what it is without having to pause and play mini games to advance into the story, definitely check out the flat rate option. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back into the story. And now, if you guys have been... Ooh, Caro. Hello, Caro.
Sorry, guys. Everything's okay with us. We'll be right there. It's crazy. No one's here at the hotel, isn't it?
Caro, Ben, and Fontaine are walking around that hotel, and I have a feeling that hotel is haunted. Now, is the hotel the same... is the hotel just the orphanage and it's been rebranded and just put hotel on the front of it? The orphanage was so bad, such a bad, terrible place that they just turned it into a hotel? Probably not, but it's an interesting theory. But they are walking through. I believe Fontaine and Ben were already possessed once, briefly, but they got out of it. They got out of the trance, but so they're in that hotel, and it's already haunted. So I have a feeling not great things are going to happen to them in that hotel. If you guys have been enjoying Argus, definitely hit that like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the Tether, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the game. All right, let's talk with the Cinnamombies. A lot of people are sus on Betty as well. Alicia says, I still don't know I still don't know what you and Tongue-Tied think you'll find in the rooms, but as long as you don't take any risks. Carl says, as I said, I don't like the idea either, just like I'm not comfortable walking through the dark, deserted corridors. I've watched The Shining too many times. Shining, such a good movie. Such a good movie. Yeah, we already know what The Shining is. It's a very good movie. Fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. The Shining. A masterpiece of movie history, no question, but not if you're walking through a deserted hotel. There's nothing in the first room. Ben and Fontaine are already moving on to the next, and Ben's calling us. I wonder if he's possessed again.
The rooms are also completely deserted.
Let's get out of here and look for this house. This place gives me the creeps.
They look like something was underneath the sheets in that room. It looked like there was a mound. There was something covered up by the sheets on the bed. That won't help us get out of there. Better focus on Vanessa Thomas. Strange, there's no staff, no guests. It is strange that there's no employees, there's no housekeepers, there's no staff, no guests, nobody. Carl says, I know it's scary, but whatever is going on in this hotel, we have other things to worry about. Yeah, they need to go talk to Vanessa Thomas. Okay. I convinced Ben and Fontaine we are leaving. What does that mean? What do you mean? What does that mean? What does what mean? I could swear it wasn't there before. What was what? They're not been there before. Find the book behind the eyes of God. That's an Argus message if I've ever seen one. Are you sure it wasn't there earlier? The eyes of God. Which book? Is that blood? Yeah, that's an Argus message for sure. 100%. Fontaine tries to read something into it. But I've had enough. I just want to get out of here. But the phrase must mean something. Enough already. Carl's had enough. Carl's ready to go. She doesn't care about no book. You'll hear from us again as soon as we're out. They're gonna get lost. They're gonna get lost in that hotel. Just like the people were getting lost in the orphanage. Jenny says, I don't want to scare them, but do you think this hotel is haunted? Seriously, are we talking about haunted houses now? Okay, Betty. You have no problem with this like Argus and this mythical creature that's destroying people and ripping them apart and burning crosses into their eyes, but haunted houses and ghosts, that's too far, Betty. That's too far. Argus is real, but ghosts is not. Ooh, that looked like Godzilla. That thing was huge. Carl, Ben are offline. I'm sure Fontaine's offline too. So Jenny says the first the whimpering that Fontaine heard and Ben's trance, and now bloody messages that suddenly appear on walls. We just accepted that an eye-eating monster exists, and why not a haunted hotel too? Right, see, me and Alicia, we're on the same page. I always knew we were. I always knew good old Alicia and Tongue Tie. They knew what was going on. They're on the same page, 100%. And then Carl called us and saw a giant-ass monster outside with lightning and everything. Betty says that's impossible. This must be an illusion, a hallucination. Where the heck did you send them to? I'm sorry, Alicia. I sent them to the Wickedwood or whatever it's called, Wormwood or whatever. I sent them to Vanessa Thomas. What do you mean me? I didn't send them nowhere. Who found this ominous video? So what, TT couldn't help it at all? I mean, I did encourage them to go, I think. We have other things to worry about now, says Betty. Carl, Ben, what's happening? They're not online. How are they going to answer you as to what's happening, Betty? They're offline. What are we supposed to do now? I said the same exact thing. Oh, but Ben's back online. And Carl? No, Carl. Ben is not having a good time. There was something in this hotel, something damn big. We're in the car now. It started up again as if nothing had ever happened. At first, I thought this thing was following us, but there's nothing there. So glad you're okay. That was probably Argus. Whatever it was, the main thing is that it's gone now. Look, I'm just glad that you guys are okay. For now, I guess. Kara was putting her foot down. We should be arriving at Vanessa's house soon. Uh-oh. What is this? What was that? Somebody just sent me a message. Eyes open. Your eyes will be devoured? The law be? Your blood will flow. Your... All right. It's freaking out on us. Your blood will flow. Your eyes will be devoured. Do you know? Do you know that it loves eyes full of blood? It will take everything from you. My eyes were... Oh, they're changing. It's changing the profile pictures. It says my eyes were full of blood when I died. It tortured me before I died. Oh, poor Danu. And then eyeballs. This must be Argus. I can feel the veins. Okay. I can feel the veins in your eye throbbing. Oh, and everybody else saw it too? That's creepy. That's not a good eyeball. There's something wrong with this eyeball. Why is our relationship status 0 though? Don't Argus love me? Don't you love my eyeballs, Argus? Don't like that. Let's go ahead and get back into our chat. Betty saw something. The heck was that? Are you talking about eyes open? Did the app suddenly appear for you too? Oh, so everybody saw it. Same here. Argus is trying to scare us. Do you think that was the look? It's the same here. I saw the eyes open app as well. It's simply disgusting how we and the victims are mocked. Eyes open is the app for conjuring up Argus. What does that mean? We'll probably find out sooner than we'd like. Tim from Behind the Legends. I've got some new developments for you, Tim. Check this out. Maybe Tim saw the Eyes Open app. Yep. Did you see the icon at the top right? I sure did. Our chat should be encrypted. Oh, the top right of the chat. So it's encrypted now. So our chat should be encrypted and secured. Ace won't be able to read along anymore. That's good. Has your hacker friend found out anything yet? So we won't have access to our chat histories either. Can it also encrypt other chats? Can it also encrypt other? Can you encrypt the Cinnamombies? Theoretically, yes. But Ace would be suspicious at... Oh, Nico's calling.
Hey, you two. I don't think I can find anything interesting here. I would just grab a bunch of documents.
The hell was that, Nico? So theoretically, yes, but Ace would get suspicious at some point if you suddenly stopped writing. Are you okay, Nico? What the hell happened? I am sorry. Sorry, or he is okay, but he's sorry, guys. Managed to knock over a heavy stack of cardboard boxes. That didn't sound like cardboard. Luckily, I don't have to tidy the place up. Now that's interesting. Oh, something fell out of one of those boxes. Or maybe you just broke through an entire wall with cardboard boxes somehow. But you found a safe, so whatever you did, Nico, that's interesting. Now we need to figure out how to get into the safe. How'd you find it? By knocking cardboard boxes over. Can you see what's inside the safe? I don't even care how you found it. Just how do you get inside? No idea. Didn't even know it exists. It was hidden behind the wood paneling. If the boxes hadn't crushed part of the paneling, I would have never discovered it. I guess you don't know the code, do you? No. Yeah, so the cardboard boxes just crushed through wood paneling. Probably not even the police know about it. Yeah, I doubt that they would know about it because they never found it before. You should inform the responsible detective. Hell no, that's a terrible idea. Then we probably have no chance of getting a hold of the contents. That's a shame. The content could be important. We need to get inside. Got to be able to figure it out somehow. Tim says it is possible to get in there, but without the code, it'll be difficult. Maybe we're lucky. Wait a minute. I had a hunch. This is where Michael's weakness for remembering passwords and pins pays off. He used the same password, same pin every time. Whether phone code, email passwords, or credit card pin, he always used to hide cheat sheets with hints. And now look what's stuck under the safe. Oh, easy. Oh, I can easily figure this out. Angel of Justice. It's the 3 dots times the 2 dots plus the 2 dots times the 1 dot. I'm sorry, 2 dots times the 1 dot plus the 4 dots. I mean, I'm sure that those are symbols of numbers, maybe, which I'm sure we can figure out. How are we supposed to get the code with this? Do you already have an idea? He seriously wrote down the code as a riddle. Look, do you have an idea? Let's start with the first riddle. Oh, so there's 2 riddles there. There's 1 and 2. I thought maybe it was like first part, second part of the same riddle. Let's start with the first riddle. What could these dots be? Looks like there's only 6 dots total, though. What could these dots be? I have a clue, or I have an idea. I have no clue. I have an idea. I really don't, but I just want to see what it could be Morse code alphabet. It could be braille. We just have to count the dots. I don't think it could be braille. It might be. It's definitely not Morse code, and I don't think it's as easy as counting dots. It could be braille though. Because imagine if it's something to do with Argus, right? And they take out the eyes, which causes people to be blind, which blind people use braille to read. So it could be braille. Now, I don't know how to read braille, so I don't know what those numbers are in braille. But it could be. It's good thinking, TT. I'm a damn genius. Of course it's a good thinking. Maybe Tim will get us all the numbers as to what yep, there they are. So it is. All right, perfect. So here we go. It's 4 times 3 plus 2 times 1. Nope. Times 5 times 1 plus 7. So it's a math problem in braille. Exactly. Ah, the solution. We know the solution. We know the solution. I wonder if proper mathematics would say that you're supposed to multiply all the numbers first and then add them. But I don't know if that's how they're going to do it. So like basically it would be 4 times 3, which would come to 12. And then it would be, what was that? What was it? It was something 2 times 5. 2 times 5, which is 10 times 1. So it's still 10. So it'd be 12 plus 10 plus 7. That's technically how it would be. 12 plus 10 is 22, plus 7 is 29. So technically it should be 29 if they follow the correct mathematical process. Four times 3 is 12. And then you have 2 times 5 is 10 times 1 is still 10. And so then you have 12 plus 10 plus 7. So it's 29. So the solution is 29. Once taking a look at the previous media, these can be found on the home screen in the gallery app. I've already got it. The answer is 29 if they follow the correct process of math. We shall see. Thank you, TT. Then 29 are the first numbers of the code. Let's move on to riddle number 2. So that's probably it then, right? Whatever angels of justice, what does that stand for? The angels of justice is the picture that he had in the wall. So maybe there's a number on the picture. There are 3 more cards. There are 2 Roman numbers on each one. They must be part of the riddle too. These are all the angels of justice. And so you have 6 and 3. This is 9 and 6. This is 4 and 7. Okay. 6, 3, 9, 6, 4, 7. This is how I understand it. The phrase angel of justice stands for one of the 3 cards, and the number on the corresponding card is the last part of the safe code. Which card is it, and which number are we looking for? How do we know which one's the angel? It's probably this one. The angel of justice, so like right and wrong, like the balancing of good and evil, or the balancing of like justice or whatever, I guess. I think it's this one. This one looks more like a warrior, like maybe the angel of warriorness. And this one looks like an angel of knowledge. I'm guessing it's this one, the 6 and 3. Because you got the balancing. Which I know there's a term for it, but I don't know the term off the top of my head. It's like the balancing cradles there. So I'm pretty sure that's the 100% the angel of justice. So it's 6 and 3. Let me just double check. 6 and 3, 100%. Okay, so the code is 2963. Let's find out if the safe opens. It should. I am an absolute genius. You're fantastic, TT. The safe is open. I am so damn smart. That was easy. I'm relieved. That was easy. Easiest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Well done. What's inside, Nico? There's only one, or there's only a micro USB stick. As an IT expert, I would actually advise against it, but I'll connect it to my phone. Let's see what's on it. I was once faced with the same decision. Back then, Shadow gave me a lecture on how stupid that would be. But in the current situation, I say, just do it. Crazy, that's easily 50 files. Anything interesting? Seems like it's all preparation for Michael's speeches. You mean for the meetings with his followers? Exactly that. Wait, I'll send you an example. The file is called Speech Rehearsal for My Disciples, May 22nd.
You have also been visited by the angels and touched by their light. Follow my teachings and we will destroy the darkness once and for all. Together we will wipe out every follower of the false god, and in the end, he himself will fall.
Note to myself, this false god is deceitful. I must be prepared to lose followers to him.
Interesting. I have to hand it to him. He prepared well. I'm sorry, but the guy was absolutely sick. Apparently, Michael no longer trusted all of his followers. It did sound like that because he said that some of his followers, like they will lose some of his followers to the false god. Tim says, yes, it sounds like it. I will listen to the remaining files at home. I've spent enough time in this murder house. And I'll also take a large batch of files from the boxes with me. I'm sure I can find more clues. Interesting. All right, but as the absolute genius I am, I was able to successfully, figure out and solve the first, well, I guess, I don't know if that was necessarily the first riddle of Argus, but the first riddle of Argus episode 3, where they gave us a bunch of weird braille numbers and we had to multiply and add them and then figure out who the angel of justice was and then those Roman numerals, but we were able to figure it out. And of course, I was able to figure out no problem. And we'll end it right there. A lot of actually quite a bit of information in this video, in this part of episode 3, which is very interesting. Luckily, it seems like Ben, Caro, and Fontaine were able to get out of the hotel. But we had we don't have it anymore, but we had the Eyes Open app that popped up, and seems like we're not very secure. Our phone isn't very secure still from Argus. So that's interesting. A lot of people are still sussing Betty, and Betty does seem to have some knowledge of computers and technology, so Betty could be doing all of this. Betty could be the mastermind behind everything that is going on. She's had some tragedies early on in her life as well. She's lost loved ones, and which could have potentially caused her to seek out, and be a follower of Michael. Who knows? Who knows? We don't know yet. But that's after reading and listening to a bunch of theories like that. That's kind of where I'm sitting at as well. Sorry, Betty, if you're watching this, but I apologize. But you're sus. You're sus, Betty. But I hope you guys are enjoying Argus as much as I am. And if you are, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.